Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Afternoon, friends, brothers and sisters. It's nice to be here with you this afternoon. I believe this is one of the few times na we are really grilling you in the community through our several talks in a day. And I'd like to congratulate you for accepting our invitation. It's actually the Lord's invitation to be here this afternoon. And choosing BCBP to be a possible platform for engaging our Lord more closely. My talk in this afternoon is the Christian in the marketplace. May I ask lang po, how many hours do you spend on weekdays going to and from work? Do you spend more than 10 hours? More, di ba? The traffic, notwithstanding the overtime. So, mga 14? Di ba? Mga 14, di ba? So, come to think of it, talagang pati Sabado, wala kayong pahinga. Ang dichotomy nga nito uso pa ba ang Kristiyano? Given all of these loads during weekdays. Can we be Christians during weekdays as well? Or do we just forget about us being called Christians during the weekdays and just focus on Saturdays and Sundays? Maybe that's the premise po of this talk. The question of being able to maintain a lifestyle, a Christian lifestyle, that is not only pleasing to the Lord, but also is a model to our workmates, to our children, to our friends, and even to not only our bosses and employees, but even the people we meet. Immediately, they will know that we are Christians. Our hope in this meeting is really to share with you a way of life in the BCBP. Being called as Christians, specifically in the marketplace. Sandali. Patulong lang. Up. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Bob. Brother Bob. Si Joyce Meyer ho, ang sabi niya, Christianity is a lifestyle. And being a Christian is more than a label. This afternoon, we will drill down that it is a lifestyle and it is more than a label. Ito po yung objectives natin. What are the defining roles of Christians in the marketplace? What would be a good model to adopt during the times that we are at work? And then maybe share with you the lifestyles of these dedicated servants this afternoon on how we conduct our business affairs. So, ito po yung objectives, no? Define the roles, what is a probable model or a lifestyle, and then cite specific examples and practices when we do our work as Christians in the marketplace. Reality check muna tayo. Sabihin nyo kung totoo to. Christians operate in two separate worlds. Deeply personal, private, spiritual world, and a demanding, public, competitive business world. Totoo ho ba yan? Diba? Totoo? Amen? Okay. Second, they clash. They clash frequently. Christians are caught in a real dilemma. Totoo? Ito po yung shortcut. Sundays are for heaven. To hell with the rest of the week. To hell with the rest of the week. Totoo, di ba? We forget our being Christians, especially kung matraffic, sinisingitan tayo. or iniisahan tayo ng mga ka-deal natin sa negosyo. So ito ang reality check. Now, let's look at our past as Christian businessmen and professionals. You also tell me if this is true. Were we once victims or were we once aggressors? Di ba? Do we have problems trusting others because of failed ventures of expectations? Totoo rin, di ba? We are always grappling with gray areas. Karamihan, fake news. Karamihan, kailangan ho, matulungan nyo rin ako. So, always gray areas. Mahirap magpatawad. Mahirap mag-reconcile, especially na isahan tayo. Yan po. Yan ang katotohanan natin. Because our charism is that we are called to business and profession. And our decision tools would include being suspicious and being paranoid. Agree ho ba kayo dito? Ito ang ating dilemma. Ito ang ating past. Now, the question is there hope? Is there hope? Let's examine that. To rephrase it, ito ho yung tanong before we answer if there is hope. Do we embrace marketplace success even if it means turning away from God? Is it one over the other? If we accept God's principles, will it necessarily lead to business reversals? Can we do what is right and yet be successful in this bottom line oriented world? Yan po ang dilemma natin. We will answer this. We will answer this afternoon. So join me in trying. Ang request ko lang po, be open. We will try as much to not only internalize, but maybe have an open mind to see what we can do in the marketplace, in the paradigm of being Christians. So, to start, what are our choices? What are our choices? Well, ito po. Can you be prosperous and yet ethical? So, mga tanong ho natin to. Can we all do this? These are the questions in this talk. Ito ho ang choices natin. If we were victims, we can forgive. We can reconcile. Kaya ho ba natin yan? Di ba? Kaya naman siguro. Di ba? If we were aggressors, can we ask for forgiveness with humility and remedy the hurt? Kaya rin siguro yan. If we were wounded, can we be healed and transformed? Ang dami na hong sumuntok sa atin, niloko tayo. Can we still be healed? In our decision-making process, instead of suspicion and paranoia, can we have a paradigm that involves trust, hope, and faith? Kaya ho ba yan? And lastly, because of the gray areas that confronts us daily, can we transcend these issues on a regular basis? Dear friends, the answer to these choices is that it is a resounding yes. Yes, we can all do this as Christians. That is the paradigm of being Christians in the marketplace. We say that the bottom line success are not opposites with the biblical principles. We can do what is right and yet be successful. We can rise up and move on. We can be both prosperous and ethical. We can honor God with all our hearts without any guilty conscience. Alam niyo po, nag-umpisa po kami ni Josie in 2001. The market was, well, the whole economy was not doing well. We were victims of 1997 financial crisis. And when we entered BCBP, it was really for two things. My boss was egging me every day. Join ka na, join ka na. Kapagod eh. O sige na nga, join na kami. Si Bobby Atendido po yun. The second one is, lumaki tayo sa Catholic family, and we believe, my wife and I believe that maybe we can also do the same as what our parents did. Pero yung tanong po na as a businessman, as a banker, dichotomy is the in thing. You don't involve religion, spirituality in the marketplace. When we became a BCBP, may radical change. It has to involve a lifestyle that will marry our belief system with the practices of the market. Now, what is that belief system? That belief system is anchored on one thing, that we are just but stewards of God. We are not the real owners. We were sent to this world to be co-creators, to make dominion over the earth, to be prosperous, but just as stewards. Yan po ang pinaka-premise ng being Christians in the marketplace. Kilala niyo po ito, di ba? Si Warren Buffett, di ba? Siya ang may-ari ng Vikings, alam niyo ba? Hindi naman kayo tumatawa eh. Sabi niya, it is not necessary to do extraordinary things to get extraordinary results. Yan po ang pinaka-foundation ng lifestyle ng isang Kristiyano sa merkado. He is a steward. The responsibility does not rest on him alone. He is a partner to any profession, to any business, to any endeavor. God is the owner. We are stewards. Yan po ang pinaka-premise ng calling natin in BCBP. Christian businessmen and professionals. Brotherhood of Christian businessmen and professionals. 2 weeks ago, nag-celebrate ang BCBP 38th year anniversary. The theme is put into the deep. And then we launched an institute called Institute for Business Transformation. Ang theme po niyan is Business as a Noble Vocation. Business as a Noble Vocation. The idea behind this is to really promote that 24/7, we can be Christians. 24/7, there is no dichotomy. 24/7, God is always a partner. Yan po ang sinasabing business as a noble vocation. Ngayon, tingnan mo natin. Tingnan natin ang stewardship. Ang sinasabi nito is, we are just caretakers. We were given gifts in the service of God. We have this responsibility to transform and make the world a better place and to go out of our comfort zone. If we are prosperous, which we guarantee we will be, we must share our blessings. Yan po yung principles of Christian stewardship. Ang sekreto ho nito is, parati kami partner. Hindi lang ikaw ang nagdadala ng problema. Kaya, di ba kung nagtatrabaho tayo sa malaking kumpanya, wala tayong problema na hindi tayo maaalis sa trabaho. Di ba? Yun yung feeling mo eh. Or, mayaman yung partner mo. Bahala siya dun sa mga kapital na kailangan natin pampalago ng negosyo. So, pwede kaya ganun rin yung paradigm natin na as Christians, we have that strong faith that as long as we live out a life that is worthy of God's grace, we can also access the resources given by God. So, yan po ang principles of stewardship. In fact, pag tinignan natin, ito ho yung diferensya between business and God principles. Tingnan ho natin, ha? In the business side, it's always results. The question is, what's in it for me? On the other side, we serve a purpose. What can I give? What can I give? Medyo paradigm shift po. Next, we work to please our bosses, our clients. The ambition is to be the boss. Ako ang may-ari, ako ang masusunod. Sa kabila po, we work to please the real owner. We are servants in His service. Success is in pesos. Is always this year's budget. Is always whatever it takes. Basta makuha yan, okay ako. Sa kabila po, it's about significance. It's about leaving a good name. It's about legacy. It's about doing the right thing. May kasabihan, no, sabi nila mahirap po maging Kristiyano. Ang sabi, following Jesus is not always easy. It's not always easy, but it is always right. It is always right. Always do the right thing. So, balikan na natin yan. Mahirap po bang gawin? Mahirap, di ba? Napakahirap. Napakahirap. It takes years. Kasi ang daming habits tayo na kailangan hindi lang palitan, kundi paniwalaan. Totoo kaya ito? Magiging mayaman ba ako dito pag ginawa ko ito? Magiging satisfied ba yung buhay ko? My dear friends, these are the questions that we have to grapple. And only we can answer. However, ito ho yung good news. Yung good news ho dito is that because we are in the renewal community, there is a way to help us overcome these obstacles. And the first one is really to approach it holistically. First po, we have to trust that God's principles are true. And we have just to wait for His right timing. So trust is the first one. Second, since we are in the renewal community, we have to be transformed and believe that God's promise will prosper and guide us in our endeavors. And third, we have to work and use our talents in fulfillment of His divine will for us. So yan po, to trust, to be transformed, and to work. That is the role of the community. We will help us form the habit of trusting, and then through our friends and brothers and sisters in the community, our transformation, will always become a reality, and it will eventually find its way to the work where we form a habit. We are grounded, we are growing as Christians, and then we are giving our talents and treasures to grow the tree of prosperity. So, isa-isahin natin yan. Saan ba makikita yung trust in God's principles? Balikan natin yung Biblia. Ang sinasabi niya, we are called to live a life of abundance and prosperity. Yan po. We are called, hindi tayo merely surviving. May mission tayo. May mission tayo na mataas na yung dollar to peso, kaya dollar na yung nilagay ko dyan. Para at least maganda yung magnet. Di ba? We were created in the image and likeness of God. We were endowed with the capacity to co-create. We were given dominion. In fact, ito sinabi dito sa mga, so we should believe in God's plan. That's the first. Trust in God's plan that it is meant to prosper us. That's the first one. Now, tingnan natin. Saan niyo makikita yan sa Biblia? Yan po, live under Christ's kindness. Nakita niyo ba yung naka-underline? Luck. L-U-C-K. Live under Christ's kindness. We will be lucky if we adopt the mindset that we are all living in God's abundance. Tingnan natin. I will surely make you prosper. Sabi sa Genesis. Sabi sa Jeremiah, plans to prosper you. Sabi naman sa John 10:10. Sabi ni Jesus, I have come that you might have a life more abundantly. So ito po yung anchoring natin. Believe that there is a life that is full of abundance. Not just survival, but abundance. Yan po ang sinasabi in terms of being a Christian or steward. Sumunod kayo because yan ang plano ko sa inyo. It's what they call Christ-centered prosperity. Sa negosyo ko po is investments. Kung hihiram ka ng pera, hindi ko kayo pupunta sa akin kasi wala kaming pera. I-share nyo sa amin yung kwento nyo, gagawa tayo ng magandang kwento, tapos maghahanap tayo ng mga hold na pin. Yun po yung role ng investment banker. Ngayon, pero kung halimbawa may partner tayo na may pera, kagaya ni Lord, sabi niya, oh, maganda yung kwento mo. Sino mo makikinabang dyan? Ikaw lang ba? O mas madami? Oh, maganda yan. Kasi kilala ko yung mga partners mo. Mga desente. Kristiyano yung mga yan. Sige, magsama-sama kayo. Sabi niya, oh, kailangan yan ng bayan. Hindi nyo kailangan lukuhin yung mga tao. Yan po yung sinasabi, when you invest in a partnership with God, bibigyan niya tayo ng clear conscience. Bibigyan niya tayo ng hope. Bibigyan niya tayo ng facilities which we can say, yes, Lord, maniniwala ako. Kaya natin to. Kasi binigyan mo ako ng mga guardian angels eh. So, ito po yan. Currently po, we're developing two big business in the island of Palawan. Yung Premier Horizon po, walang pera yan. It's just a shell company. We took it backdoor, and then we invested a lot of time and talent, no money. But sabi ni Lord, sige, bibigyan kita ng problema. Yung problema mo, dadagdagan ko pa. So, wala ka ng pera, bibigyan pa kita ng 2 project na malalaki. So, Lord, bakit naman ganyan? Sabi mo, gusto mong i-prosper ako, puro problema yung binibigay mo. Binigyan niyo po ako 2 years ago ng 850 hectares to manage in Puerto Princesa. In addition, a year and a half ago, binigyan niya ako ng 10,000 hectares to manage. Sabi ko, Lord, sa buhay ko ba na to? Sa laki ko na to? Sa height ko na to? Kaya ko ba lahat yan? Hindi naman ako Ramonang, hindi naman ako Ayala, and so on and so forth. Alam niyo po ang ginawa ni Lord? Sabi niya, magdasal ka gabi-gabi. Bibigyan kita ng mga guardian angels mo. Isa-isa po. Hindi pa tapos yung kwento, kaya hihingin ko rin yung dasal nyo. Pero isa-isa po. Every day, every week, pounding the streets, madaming rejections, madaming, binobola mo lang ako wala yan. Madami pong rejections. But I kept the faith. I kept the faith. I don't know where it will end, but I believe it's God's plan. I believe it is for His will. I believe it's for the common good. Yan po ang istorya ng isang Kristiyano. Nagpapabola. Binobola mo sarili mo, nagpapabola ka sa hindi mo nakikita. Yan po ang Kristiyano. Maniwala kayo at hindi. Hopefully, I will again see you and say, I will affirm, tama si Lord. Kasi, panglima ko na po ito Yung kwento po na yan, panglima ko na po. That would be another story. So, transform. The second word is, how do we look at this human concepts? Work, money, ownership, productivity, competition, employment. Ang sagot ho dyan, these were tools given by God because we were asked to be co-creators. Therefore, these are fundamentally good and it aligns with God's prosperity, which will lead us to a new view on why we are working. We work because it's a sacred activity. It is an access to God's abundance. We are co-creators. It is an avenue to show our talents into something of value. Because it is of something of value, we contribute to society and we serve others. Kung kasama natin si Lord, teamwork makes the dream work. So, yan po yung view. Transform, we look at work as a sacred activity. Now, yung case ho na pag tinignan natin ano yung 24/7 in terms of practices natin sa market or in terms of mga activities natin. Ito po is more personal, but I hope our friends, our brothers and sisters can shed light during the discussion. Ito po yan. A BCBP member practices virtues in the marketplace. We, as much as possible, try to live integrated and consistent lives. Yung question mo na gray areas, yung experience ko po ganito 6 years ago, nagki-partner kami sa isang Korean group. Binigyan namin sila ng $1 billion worth of shares. Niloko ho kami. Binenta nila yung kalahati. $500 million in the market. We were forced to take it back. Alam niyo po kung anong negosyo? E-games. E-games. Noong 2014 po, sumama kami ni Josie sa isang pilgrimage kay Father Jerry Orbos. Sabi ko kay Father Jerry, may problema ako. Inonsi kami ng kapartner namin mga Koreano. Naiwan po itong negosyo na to. Ano bang gagawin ko dito? Ano ba yung negosyo mo? Gambling po. Gambling. Ha? Bakit dito? Sabi niya, anong gagawin ko, Lord? Anong gagawin ko po? Sabi niya, dalawa lang ang gagawin mo dyan. Umalis ka dyan, o ibenta mo. Sabi ko, Father, ang daming stakeholders mo nito eh. Listed company ito, mga 5,000 yung shareholders. Steward ho ako eh. Paano kaya ito? Ipagdasal mo. Kasi ang sagot ko sa iyo, walang gray area ang gambling. It's either get out or sell it. Alam niyo po ang ginawa ko? Hindi ako sumunod. Pinalaki ko pa yung negosyo. Tigas ng ulo, di ba? Sabi mo yung obligation ko dito sa mga partners na to. Eh kasi yung investment banker, you're only good as the last deal. After that, sira ka na. Ganun mo yung life cycle namin. Anyway, iba pala ang ways ng Diyos. Nung pinalaki ko, pinalaki namin, may lumapit na buyer. Sabi niya, ilan ka na ba ngayon? Sabi ko, mga 29. Nag-umpisa ko kami sa 7. Kulang pa yan. Sabi niya, bibili kita pag 45 ka. Eh, wala nga kaming pera eh. O ito, bibigyan kita ng down payment, palakihin mo sa 45. Saan kita bibili? Masasabi niyo ba yun kung at that point, if you don't have that anchoring na mysteriously may sagot, pero obviously, mali. Mali yung... So, hindi ko sinasabi na si Father Jerry because hindi niya alam lahat yung circumstances. But the point of saying is that the conscience is being based on an integrated life. Steward lang ako dito. Hindi ako may-ari. Binigay sa grupo ko to prosper. So, tanong niyo po, yung kung kinita namin doon na iikot namin, nakabili kami ng yung mga bagong negosyo, and yet, ganun din po kahirap. Mining, saka forested area. Mahirap yung mga utos ni Lord eh. Yan ang problema. Kung Kristiyano ka, mauubusan ka ng buhok. So, anyway, the point is, there is life because God is in the marketplace. The life is through you because God is the owner. And if you work, not as an end, but a service. So, ito po yung gray areas. So, uso yung CSR, uso yung mga shortcuts, we should avoid. Ito po, very clear po yung conflict of interest. Walang side deals. If you are a steward, niloloko mo ang Diyos, nakapartner mo, kung nakikipag-side deal ka. Yan po, clear yan. Especially, you should be transparent to your partners and employees. Wala akong gray area yan. Susundan natin yan. And then, because we are being blessed, we are asked to be aware of what's happening in the society. We are asked to help others because Jesus is not only found in the church, but also in businesses, in government, in media. So, yan po. The work that we do should serve a higher purpose and it will care for others. Now, tignan ho natin yung ginagawa ng community naman. So, yung dinaanan ho natin, personal yon. You being Christians in the marketplace. The next 3 slides are how the community as a whole helps transform and not only the society but allows us to engage the bigger Christianity in the Philippines. In the launching of the Business as a Vocation, yung Institute of Business Transformation, we are developing a module that will allow business owners, professionals, and managers and senior management to look at a more inclusive business environment. Yun po yung purpose niyan. And on an annual basis, we do our own share in sharing our blessings through our works of mercy. Pag nasa BCBP na po kayo, ito ho yung makikita nyo. Is it either Christmas or is it before enrollment? Yan po ang ginagawa ng mga chapters. Ngayon, ito po yung susunod. Change the face of business. Sa taga Makati po yung chapter namin. So, in the campaign for Change the Face of Business, we partnered with AIM, we partnered with several other personalities to come up with a business forum. And that has continued. So, it's really our obligation because we are in the market to really show how we can help reduce graft and corruption. Hindi ho natin maalis yan, let's face it. Reality will always tell you the gray area of graft and corruption will always continue. But within our own sphere of influence, we can try to minimize it. Sa media po, of course, madaming fake news. Sa BCBP, we are trying to be more holistic, not only to include the members, but also our children, our teenage sons and daughters, or even our young working professionals. We adopt family values through interaction and active parenting. So yan po, so yung tatlong yon. Now, to sum it up, ano ba talaga ang Kristiyano in the marketplace? So, we answered the question, is it possible? Yes, it's possible because if we trust in the principles of God, we will be prospered. If we are indeed transformed, we adopt it in the workplace, and we have God or Jesus become our partners. So, ito po yung summation. If we talk about our character, we are called to be upright. We are called to be stewards. In the workplace, excellence is our middle name. Ang DNA ho natin dito hindi pwede na. It has to be excellent. Excellence is our middle name as Christian businessmen. Kasi ho, ang sabi ni Lord, woe to you who doesn't give his best, because I will not give my best also. So excellence is our work style. And in our calling, we always try to be our brother's keeper. So to end po, our hope is our Christian lifestyle speaks much louder than what we say or proclaim our Christianity. Let our lifestyle do the talking. We walk the talk. Ang hope po natin is, if I say I am DCBP, I am a better Christian. I am a better person. Because I am a Christian in the marketplace. Good afternoon po.
Ako naman. Father Tito, can we call you back? Rob, thank you so much for facing our CLP. We know that you're very busy, but in spite of that, you were able to give time. Thank you so much. And God bless.
Just in case you did it.
If a question down for the discussion leaders, please remember those questions, reflective questions lang later. Okay, one talk na lang.